Hey, passionate Leo, take a moment and pay attention to what is shifting within you as August 28th, 2026 comes into focus. Something may be encouraging you to look more carefully at your priorities, your emotions, and the direction you are choosing. You may feel a stronger desire to be recognized, a need to change something that has been frustrating you, or a quiet realization that you can no longer continue doing things exactly as before. You may find yourself thinking about a decision you have delayed, a relationship that has changed, or an opportunity that keeps returning to your attention. Leo, your confidence can help you move forward quickly, but today asks you to combine that confidence with patience. Before taking action, ask yourself what is truly motivating you. Are you moving towards something meaningful, or are you simply trying to escape frustration? There is a difference between acting from confidence and reacting from emotion. Think of your inner fire as a powerful light. It can guide you when it is focused, but when it is scattered in too many directions, it becomes harder to see where you are going. August 28th can therefore become a symbolic moment of awareness for you. You may notice a thought that keeps returning, a conversation that remains unfinished, or an old pattern that you are finally ready to question. Do not rush to dismiss these feelings. Sometimes repeated thoughts are simply asking you to pay attention. Astrology and tarot cannot decide your life for you. They can only offer symbolic perspectives that help you recognize patterns and reflect on possibilities. If something in this message does not match your experience, you do not need to force it. But if certain words immediately connect with something happening in your life, stay with that recognition for a moment. Leo, one of your greatest strengths is your ability to take responsibility and step forward when others hesitate. People may naturally look to you for confidence, leadership, or encouragement. But being strong does not mean you must always be the person who holds everything together. You can support people without solving every problem. You can care without taking responsibility for every outcome. You can lead without carrying everyone else's expectations. There may be moments around August 28th when you realize that too much of your energy has been directed toward proving yourself or maintaining an image of strength. Ask yourself whether you are doing something because you genuinely want it or because you feel you need to demonstrate your worth. Your value does not depend on constantly being admired. You may also benefit from stepping away from unnecessary noise. If your mind has been crowded with responsibilities, opinions, messages, and expectations, create some space for yourself. A quiet walk, peaceful music, reading, time in nature, or simply a period without constant notifications can help you reconnect with your own thoughts. Rest does not weaken your confidence. Sometimes it restores it. You may also notice changes in your energy and daily rhythm. Pay attention to your sleep, mood, concentration, and general sense of well-being. If stress has been building quietly, your body may be asking you to slow down. Do not treat rest as something you earn only after completing everything. Your well-being deserves a place on your priority list now. This becomes especially important in your career. Leo, you may be considering a new professional direction, a project, a leadership opportunity, or a decision involving your future. You have the ability to make a strong impression, but the most valuable opportunity may not necessarily be the one that gives you the most attention. Look deeper. Does it offer real growth? Does it match your long-term goals? Does it respect your time and abilities? An opportunity can look impressive from the outside while requiring more from you than it gives back. Choose carefully. If you have been working towards something for a long time, August 28th may encourage you to examine your progress honestly. Perhaps you need to continue. Perhaps you need to adjust your strategy. Or perhaps you have outgrown the original goal. Changing direction is not automatically failure. Sometimes it is evidence that you have learned something important. The same awareness applies to money. You may be thinking about financial stability, a purchase, a new source of income, or a future plan. Avoid allowing excitement or pressure to make the decision for you. Think practically. Consider what you can realistically manage. A strong financial future is usually created through consistent decisions rather than one dramatic opportunity. When it comes to love, Leo, the energy becomes more intimate. You may be thinking about whether your relationships truly provide the respect, honesty, and emotional connection you need. If you are in a relationship, communication becomes important. You may sometimes expect people close to you to understand what you need without having to explain it. But even when someone knows you well, they cannot always know what is happening inside your mind. Tell them. Speak honestly, but also listen. A relationship is not a competition to determine who is right. Sometimes the strongest connection develops when both people are willing to lower their defenses and understand each other's perspective. You do not have to win every disagreement. You do not have to hide vulnerability to remain strong. If you are single, someone may unexpectedly attract your attention. A conversation, message, or encounter could create curiosity. But do not immediately create a complete story around the connection. Allow the person to reveal themselves through time and actions. Notice whether they respect you. Notice whether you can be yourself around them. Notice whether the connection feels balanced rather than one-sided. Attraction can begin quickly, but trust develops gradually. You may be entering a stage where attention alone is no longer enough. You may want something more meaningful, someone who respects your individuality while also being emotionally present. In family matters, your natural protective side may become stronger. You may want to help someone close to you or bring peace to a situation that has been creating tension. But remember that you cannot control every person's choices. You can offer support. You can communicate. You can encourage. But you cannot live someone else's life for them. A simple, honest conversation may do more than trying to solve everything yourself. Now let's move into the symbolic tarot energy surrounding you. The first card appearing for Leo is the Strength card. This is a powerful message because true strength is not always loud. Sometimes strength means controlling your reaction, remaining calm when you could become angry, and choosing patience when your pride wants an immediate answer. The Strength card reminds you that confidence does not need to be constantly demonstrated. You already know what you are capable of. The challenge is knowing when to use your power and when to simply observe. The next card is the Six of Wands. This card brings recognition, progress, and the possibility of receiving acknowledgement for something you have worked hard to accomplish. You may notice that your efforts are beginning to become more visible. But do not allow recognition to become your only source of motivation. Celebrate progress, but remember why you started. Your worth does not increase because someone applauds you, and it does not disappear when nobody notices. Then comes the Sun, one of the most uplifting cards in the tarot. For Leo, its energy is especially meaningful. It represents clarity, optimism, confidence, warmth, and renewed joy. If you have been moving through uncertainty, the Sun suggests that something may begin to feel easier to understand. You may regain confidence in a direction you had begun to question. You may reconnect with something that makes you feel genuinely alive. And you may realize that you have been focusing so heavily on what is missing that you forgot to appreciate what is already present. Then comes the Chariot. This card brings determination and movement. You may reach a point where thinking is no longer enough. A decision may need to become action. But the Chariot is not about rushing. It is about controlling your direction. Do not allow other people's expectations to decide where you are going. You can listen to advice without surrendering your own judgment. You can change your plan without abandoning your purpose. When the reading turns toward love, the Two of Cups appears. This card speaks of mutual understanding, emotional balance, respect, and genuine connection. If you are in a relationship, it may symbolize a period when communication becomes easier and emotional closeness can deepen. If you are single, it may represent the possibility of meeting someone with whom the connection feels naturally balanced. But the message remains the same. Allow the relationship to develop. Do not judge its entire future from one emotional moment. Real connection is built through consistency, honesty, respect, and mutual effort. Leo, you may be learning that love does not require you to perform. You do not need to constantly impress someone to deserve their attention. You do not need to become someone else to maintain a connection. The right relationship should allow both people to be seen as they truly are. Your health and well-being also deserve attention. Your natural tendency may be to push forward even when you are tired. But your body has limits, and respecting those limits is part of strength. Pay attention to your energy, sleep, mood, and stress. Give yourself time to recover. If something about your health concerns you, speak with a qualified healthcare professional rather than relying on astrology or tarot for medical decisions. In your career, strength reminds you to remain composed when pressure appears. The Six of Wands suggests that your efforts may receive recognition. The Sun brings confidence and clarity, and the Chariot encourages you to take purposeful action. Together, these cards suggest that your professional progress becomes stronger when confidence is combined with discipline. Do not rush simply because you want results immediately. Build something you can maintain. Financially, the same message applies. A new possibility may be worth considering, but evaluate it carefully. Do not allow pride, excitement, or the desire to prove yourself to influence financial decisions. Ask whether the opportunity genuinely supports your future. Your resources deserve thoughtful management. In family life, the Strength card encourages patience. You may be the person others turn to when emotions become intense. But you do not have to absorb every problem. Protect your peace while remaining compassionate. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is listen without immediately trying to fix everything. Leo, August 28th ultimately asks you to reconsider what real confidence means. Confidence is not needing everyone to approve of you. It is knowing who you are even when nobody is watching. It is being able to accept criticism without allowing it to destroy your self-belief. It is being willing to change direction when new information shows you that another path is better. And it is knowing when to rest. Your central question now is, what are you doing because it genuinely matters to you, and what are you doing simply to prove something? That question may reveal more than you expect. As August 28th unfolds, notice the people who encourage your growth rather than demanding that you remain the same. Notice the opportunities that bring genuine progress rather than temporary excitement. Notice the situations where you feel peaceful enough to be yourself. Those moments can become valuable clues. You are not required to prove your strength every day. Sometimes your strength is visible in the way you remain calm. Sometimes it appears in the boundary you finally establish. Sometimes it is the decision to walk away from something that no longer deserves your energy. And sometimes it is simply allowing yourself to enjoy what is already good in your life. Leo, your message is simple. Stand confidently, choose wisely, protect your energy, and allow yourself to receive the recognition and happiness you have been working toward. You do not have to chase everything. You do not have to win every battle. And you do not have to carry every expectation placed upon you. Let your confidence guide you, let your heart remain open, and let your choices lead you toward a future that feels meaningful, not just impressive from the outside.